thinking that the sky was the limit. Till I figured out the
2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Looking at the Thunder, it's been exactly the kind of start to the season that they were shooting for. They've lost only once in their first 7 games. Can't ask for much more than that. Guys, coaches who have moved from college to the NBA
We're coming at you from the Peak Chesapeake Energy Arena in beautiful Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder prepare to take the floor. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge. In what should be an exciting game to watch, two of the most athletic teams in the league. Doris, what are the keys in this one?
Well, you'd think it would be about the pace, but to me, when there's this level of athletic ability, it's about the execution and patience on offense, and certainly you've got to sprint back in transition defense.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Brown and Hayward out on the perimeter. Greg Monroe is out there with Tatum, and it's Irving in at the 1. Westbrook kicks to Anthony, and it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Here's Roberson. He's covered by Brown. Roberson the pass to Adams. Makes it off the glass.
Well, the size and the frame of Steven Adams is flat out intimidating. A high percentage scorer around the blocks.
Irving kicks to Tatum. And that's going to be a travel. So it's the Thunder now. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Westbrook against Irving. Shot clock at 5, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. First quarter, just over a minute played. Just 4 to shoot. Tipped away. Fades back. Hayward grabs the board.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
Taken away by Anthony. And here we go with Westbrook running it up. Oh!
Yeah. How about the instincts of Russell Westbrook on the defensive end? Gives his teammate an easy chance there. That
was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Bucket is good. Monroe's got his second bucket of the night.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
Irving, a shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Oh, Kev, how about the great body control by Kyrie Irving? One of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
Got a piece of it, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Carmelo Anthony. Last year, getting it done. He put up about 22 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Agreed. A lot of guys in this league would be very happy with that stat line, but this guy is the real deal. He is built for more.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And Robertson has it in the corner. Back to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving it around. Great open look there.
Well, Westbrook can be a pass-first mentality when necessary. How about the recognition from the crafty guard?
And on the way from Irving for three. Cans it from downtown. Irving's got 7 points.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
All going up court. Hayward dishes to Irving. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
Fires from the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Tatum. And he banks in the layup. Tatum's got his first points in this one.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Stolen by Monroe. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And how about the quick hands there by Tatum? Terrific anticipation as he comes up with that steal and able to convert that defense into offense.
Thunder trailing by 9. You look at the success that Coach Billy Donovan has had both at the college level at Florida and his first few years in the NBA at Oklahoma City. Doris, he very much feels at home in playoff and pressure situations.
Well, certainly Billy D has a lot of experience managing a team in a postseason setting. This is a guy who always tinkers during the regular season to find different angles to help his guys. Billy Donovan, one of those guys increasingly who you don't want to see in a 7-game series.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. He's got 13.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Boy, you think about the virtuoso ball handlers in NBA history. Kyrie Irving has got to rank at the top of that list. You know, his ability to dissect defenders, get into the lane, that is the foundation of his offensive game.
And the fans get their money's worth watching Irving. My goodness, Doris, he puts on a show.
Oh, he certainly does. He's got every move in the book. A devastating crossover, a little in and out dribble, the hesitation, the spin, the ability to stop on a dime and hit the pull-up. You don't ever know as a defender which way to go.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Steven Adams. Patterson comes in for Anthony. Arenas is checked in for Roberson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. George with the ball. Coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. He dishes it to Patterson. Collison, and it's put back up and in by Collison. Collison's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent. I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Back to George. The shot's good. Collison making the play. George has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And really focus on establishing dominance down low. And, guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
Stolen by Conley. Here's Baines. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And, guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
And so it's Boston, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And Russell Westbrook, a guy who has faced some criticism.
It's tough, and I'm still learning every night to be able to come out, to know when to score, to know when to pass, to know when to be aggressive, to know when to slow down.
Well, you have to love the competitive attitude, the desire to be great, not just for himself, but for his teammates, too.
And the emphasis on winning. That's why so many people in the league feel that it's just a matter of time before Westbrook puts those finishing touches on his game.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, you really like the activity on the defensive end. Outstanding, jumping into passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Oklahoma City right now, on the wings, Abrinas and George. Patrick Patterson is out there with Nick Collison. Then it's Felton in at the 1 spot. Down low, here's Brown. Doesn't go that time. So the Thunder will take it the other way. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the...
Not a lot of points in the paint or free throw attempts. They're very perimeter oriented.
And the Thunder pushing it up now, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Celtics.
And no doubt they relied upon that 3-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Conley kicks to Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. From deep 3-point range, Conley's shot is off.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Inside, Baines. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup tonight. These two teams will only face off twice all season.
Well, so you want to make these opportunities count, right? Since they don't see each other often, it's going to be an intriguing battle.
Russell Westbrook in for George. Then for the Celtics, Gordon Hayward's checked in for Aaron Baines. Tatum comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Irving subbed in for Mike Conley. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Irving with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Tatum. 16 points for Kyrie Irving.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Knocked loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Hayward. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 22 points per game last season, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
One trend we've seen, Doris, is the shift away from one primary ball handler toward a more collective approach. Do you think that change is here to stay?
Well, it'll be interesting. I do think the NBA is very much a copycat league. So you think back to the 90s and the slowed-down, grinded battles between the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks, to now the pace and space offenses that is so much fun for us to watch. What's the next evolution? We saw the San Antonio Spurs play big. Is there a team that wants to reformulate the NBA, find success? As you know, everybody's trying to beat the champ, and right now the champ is all about pace and space and equal opportunity offense.
Indeed. Yep, that one goes. 6 points for Jason Tatum.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Robertson has it in the corner. Anthony kicks to Robertson. Screen by Adams. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his first foul. And Doris, regarding league expansion with the popularity of international basketball, you think there'll ever be a team added to the NBA that is not located in North America?
You know, this is a fascinating supposition because the game is so popular in China. The game is increasingly popular in any number of non-NBA cities in Europe, Kev. I just wonder about the logistics of it. We talk all the time about the difficulty of the travel schedule and then the games in a certain number of nights. If you're incorporating overseas travel, it just seems to me that that's going to be a tough jigsaw to work out.
It could be if you're playing on the East Coast and play in a London or a Paris. Those flights probably don't measure much over 7 hours. But I get your point, and that, you know, all leagues are looking at this now very closely.
This is something the league is looking hard at. It'll be curious to see what occurs from it.
One of the things, too, is do we need to influence overseas markets now to find new revenues? I think that's something that all the leagues are looking at. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Adams. Here's Robertson.
Well, I think this is the kind of defense that you need from your leader. Gordon Hayward, excellent at staying in front of his man.
Morris with the bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Thunder trailing by 20. And Gordon Hayward driven to improve his game and carry this team deep into the playoffs.
You have to admire the work habits of Gordon Hayward because he went from a high draft pick to someone who has turned himself into a legitimate all-star. You love his hunger, looking within and saying, how can I be better and lead my team to greatness?
Monroe's checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Morris.
2 trays now in the second quarter after he hit one in the first.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
And Kyrie Irving, a good playmaker. But he looks to score first, wouldn't you say, Doris?
Well, I think, Kevin, you can see with his tremendous skill level, playmaking is an area where he can be even more dynamic.
Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Russell Westbrook, #1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
There's the pick. Outside Anthony. Knocked away. He's all alone. Here's Monroe. Drops in the breakaway layup. Monroe's got 6 points.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into easy points.
Listen, we know Steven Adams is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass.
Offensive rebound, a second chance effort. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. And now the fast break, Irving with the ball, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, guys, that takes vision and timing to put it on time and on target.
Thunder have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Adams. And Boston with the rebound. Monroe's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dishes it to Smart. Banked in off the glass.
Running it down their throats. 3 straight baskets there in transition.
The pass to Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
That's what you call leaving no doubt. Anthony responds emphatically.
Celtics on offense. They're on a 20-4 run. And it's Monroe finishing it off.
Keeping the pressure on and starting to pad this lead around the halfway point.
Yeah, seems like they're starting to pull away a bit right now. They just look a little faster and a little hungrier than the opposition right now.
Smart, and another basket for Boston.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
It's one of those nights where the wheels come off. Nerves seem to be playing a factor.
9 seconds left now here in the second. Outside Conley. Good on the three-point shot. Conley's got his second basket of the night.
And he'll keep the D honest with his three-point shooting. And when Conley's got that shot falling, it makes him much more effective as an all-around point guard.
And so it's Boston, out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Coach Billy Donovan, you faced an aggressive team in that first half. How concerned are you by their success against your defense?
Well, they've done a very, very good job, I think, attacking the paint early, offensive rebounds. Some of those turnovers right there led out to some fast breaks. So we just got to stay with it and try to keep our energy up.
We'll see if you can keep that flow going in the second half. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everybody. So far, a pretty one-sided first half. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 19 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
What a true demonstration of dominance. They made a commitment to owning the glass, and they made good on it. Blocking out, competing hard in traffic, that's the way you should play on both ends of the court.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
The first thing to say is, what's up with the turnovers? Jeez. You can live with some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. It's crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half like that, Ernie. Ugh.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Conley's gone 2 for 3 from deep on the court right now for the Celtics.
They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, the Thunder are not one of the best shooting teams from outside. We know that. They know their strength of their offense, Doris, lies in their ability to attack the rim and get shots in the paint.
Right, because you have to consider the Thunder last year were last in the NBA in three-point percentage, yet second in the league in points in the paint. So when they are able to get inside on a team, that is when they are at their most dangerous.
Here's George, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward. The Thunder shooting their first foul shot of the night.
One shot.
Well, Paul George has made himself into one of the premier two-way perimeter players in the NBA. I think you have to put him in that category with Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James. He can take over a game in every facet, guys.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless. Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
Monroe's shot is good. Monroe's got 10 points. And Doris Paul George, capable of carrying a team offensively while also locking down the other team's top wing threat.
And that, to me, Kev, is one of the hardest things to do in this league, to expend the energy necessary to be an elite two-way player. Paul George is the real deal.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
Westbrook kicks to George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Feeds it to Monroe. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. He's got 12.
You know, Kevin, we talk about Irving's great finishing ability, but he's also a dynamic passer.
Brown kicks to Irving. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
I love this approach. Despite the lead, still attacking, adding fuel to the fire.
They are absolutely relentless right now, Greg. There's no end in sight. They are going for it.
And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way, and Brown throws it down.
I tell you, when Brown is running like that, it's hard to stop him. This guy is superb at beating defenders up the floor.
Inside, got a piece of it. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. And they pick up 2. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Doris, you were born in New York, became the first female analyst to ever call a Knicks game. Talk about the emotions that night, having traveled that incredible journey.
You know, Kev, it was both magical and nerve-wracking. You know, I grew up a Knicks fan when there was a healthy Bernard King, and the league had absolutely nothing for him when he was doing work on the low post. QB Brown was an idol of mine. But it was also nerve-wracking to be the first woman to sit in Clyde Frazier's seat. It was sort of awe-inspiring and a ton of fun.
Left side, George. No good on the triple.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Westbrook with a wide open look, and it's Westbrook again missing.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Boston now. They're on an 11. Whoa!
Goodness. I tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Adams. Patterson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Alex Abrinas is checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Monroe. Marcus Morris comes in for Tatum. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Mike Conley in for Kyrie Irving. Felton the pass to George. The 3. Abrinas with the bucket. Abrinas has got 5.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Kicks to Smart. That's in there. Conley with the assist. 8 points for Marcus Smart.
My goodness, the defense was smothering Smart, but ultimately he keeps his eyes on the prize. Gorgeous release, nice.
Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go, that's their philosophy.
Smart kicks to Brown. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 3 assists tonight. The Thunder have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. They set the screen. And here's George for 3. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Brown, good.
Well, you've got to get out on Jaylen Brown now. This is a young man who has shown great strides in improving his perimeter game.
Conley against Felton. Collison up top. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Just 4 seconds left in the third. Conley, no good. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. He has been a determined scorer today. 29 points altogether for him. And I think there's more where that came from. We'll return shortly. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. They've got Patrick Patterson, also Nick Collison out there. Eustace is out there with Felton, and it's Abrinas in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, great work on the perimeter, finding a little bit of space, hitting the 3 ball. That's his game.
Collison dishes to Patterson. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his 1st foul. And All-Star Week, a fan favorite certainly. But Doris, I've heard you say on more than one occasion you'd love to see a 3-on-3 competition.
Kevin, I think if you're trying to learn the game of basketball, putting yourself in a situation to play 3-on-3 is one of the greatest ways you can develop your game. One, it teaches you how to pass and cut, right? You cannot be effective in a 3-on-3 game unless you understand how to screen for somebody, how to set yourself up to come off of a screen. If the shorter dynamic of the 3-on-3 in a half-court environment is one of the best ways to learn how to play the game of basketball.
I love that analysis. That's terrific. Knocked loose. Puts up a 3. Patterson can't get it to go.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
Out to the right wing. Back to Morris. Beyond the arc. Boston with a new 24. No good on that one. The Thunder shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Here's Eustace, covered by Morris. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his 1st foul of the game. And the Thunder making a switch here. Brewers checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Brown's checked in. We played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Brewer passes to Abrinas. Doris, we know there's a lot of trash talking on the court. Some of it is unfriendly, some of it not so much, just kind of playing around. When do you consider comments going over the line?
Well, given that I'm not necessarily privy to exactly everything that's said, I imagine much of it not PG rated, Kevin.
No.
I would say that's an issue for the players to decide. If you step over the line, you're going to feel me in some way, shape, or form.
I don't know, though, we've ever had a time in any professional sport, but in particular the NBA, where there has been a real feeling of community among the players, though. I mean, I think in the olden days, there was genuine hatred, and there's some of that now. But there is really a feel like, wait, we are all in this together.
Maybe too much so.
Too much so.
I enjoyed watching Larry Bird, who was supposed to be amongst the best trash talkers, get into the head of the player. Draymond Green is the current iteration of perhaps the best trash talker. I say, listen, let him yap a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
He's taking Kevin Garnett's place in that regard, I think.
Yeah.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Thunder.
Russell Westbrook.
Brown outside. Misses the 3. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Eustace. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, you have to get something out of that possession, and thanks to Patterson's work on the glass, heads-up play to score that.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Baines. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Johnson, he's checked in for Patrick Patterson. Irving's checked in for Boston. Here's Westbrook. To the paint, here's Collison. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 6th assist on the night.
Always great to see Westbrook distributing the basketball. What a terrific passer.
Thunder have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Poked away. Now, here is Irving. On the wing, Brown. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
Yeah, I think he senses a team on the ropes, and he's looking to put them away. That killer instinct is shining through once again.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
Right, because you'd rather have guys playing aggressive and physical than being too timid.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Abrinas is checked in. Doris, you respect the art of the assist. You always have. That's part of your DNA. In the NBA now, which guys, in your opinion, are the most fun to watch in terms of their playmaking ability?
Well, I'd be interested in your take on this, but you could make the case that it's a non-point guard who's the best pure passer in the NBA. When a guy like LeBron James is differentiating between teammates about how they want to make the catch. One guy wants the ball on the seams, one guy doesn't care, and LeBron James goes to try to fit the needs of those players. Kev, come on, how good is that?
Well, it's the best. And you know what I think we're seeing? We talk about a positionless game. I think everybody's got that nice ability to pass the ball. And I think they've even taken more to an art form where they take pride in the way they set up a teammate. The passing has never been better.
Agreed.
And for a while, you had to wonder how Russell Westbrook would play if he was the standalone leader of a team.
What we found out is Russell Westbrook is now an MVP. This guy was the unquestioned leader of the team, and I thought the entire group reflected his intensity on the court.
Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Eustace comes in for Corey Brewer. Doors with the players being so athletic and the plays happening so incredibly fast, the league is looking at maybe 4 or 5 officials. Would that just be more whistles or better officiating?
I'm glad you're chuckling about this because I don't know how the geometry of this works.
Thank you.
As it is, sometimes the size of the players seems to swallow up dimensions of the floor. Kevin, one of the things that Steve Kerr once said to me was, we are trying to make officiating a science when in fact officiating is an art, and sometimes mistakes is part of the human dynamic. Can we leave the officials alone, please?
And I think if they're over 90% correct, which is, I think, even low in terms of success in them calling a game, that is phenomenal. And the analytics, as you know, Doris, coming from the league office, is off the charts. They've never been more detail-oriented.
Correct. The NBA officials are the best in the world. Are they perfect? No. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Let's just play on.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Boston.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, what a security blanket this guy has been on the offensive end. He made sure they didn't suffer any cold spells, and anytime the offense started to get stagnant, they could get him the basketball, and he'd get them in the right position.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I like when a coach says, stay in front of Westbrook. Good luck with that. He blasts to the cup.
Here's Harrison. He's covered by Westbrook. The shot. Kept alive by Boston. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
And on the road, silencing the crowd. What a dominant performance.
Well, they took control of this game from the outset, a commanding all-around performance and an important road win.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.